All right, welcome to the 2019 7th grade state championship for the middle school. Today, I'm Randy Gardner. I'll be one of your play-by-play with John Dickin. You got a great final here. We got Immanuel Lutheran back in the state championship final. They were just in the 8th grade one, now playing for the 7th grade. And they will be playing the Delta Eagles, a hometown, coming in here trying to get them a state championship. It's the first time Delta's ever been to the state finals in the middle school state championship. Immanuel Lutheran, they're like the Yankees. Year in and year out, they're here. They are in the finals. Give me your thoughts, John.
Well, Delta, interesting thing about it, most of them are 6th graders playing in the 7th grade championship, but they're Delaware County kids. Delaware County turns out great volleyball players. But, like you said, Immanuel seems to be playing in this game all the time. So they're obviously doing something right as well. So I think we're going to have a pretty good match here. And you mentioned Immanuel's 8th grade just did take the loss in the 8th grade state championship. So I think it'd make the drive home a little bit easier if the 7th grade was able to pull it off.
100% Immanuel Lutheran back to serve. Madison will start us off here. Great little serve. Oh, just like that. 1-0 Immanuel Lutheran with a great little serve.
And, you know, what was most important in the 8th grade championship? Serving and serve receive. I think we're going to be saying a lot of the same things in this game. Ball goes just a little bit long, but nice aggressive serve. If I'm a coach, I'm probably living with that serve.
Oh, yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Number 1 for Delta will be back to serve. And Delta back-to-back points, 6 to the first lead of the match, 2-1.
You know, the one thing I noticed when I look at Delta, I see number 15, Madeline Grove, in the front row right now. She is not lacking for height.
She is a big stature in the middle of the court, and she is going to be a presence. And just like that, a little finger roll
right
out of the middle.
You know, it's a pretty tight ball, too.
Yeah.
Not a lot of 7th graders can do anything with that ball.
No. That was a fabulous little play. Libero back to serve for Delta. Great little serve. Going after Miss Madison back there. Free ball over. Rolling. Woo!
Going back to the bruiser. Madeline Grove.
And then in the old days, we would say she's heating up.
I heard a parent refer to her as the Hammer.
The Hammer.
Another good serve by Griffin Knight there.
Number 23 with a nice little set. Jackie Bond.
Nice swing by number 11 there. Greer Henry out of the middle. Nice deep ball. Right over the defense's head and right on the inside line.
Yes. That's a great little serve. Number 23 back. Jackie. Oh, there it is. Immanuel Lutheran, I will give them an A+. Pre-game, their fans and team was going buck wild in a celebration dance over there, getting ready for the state finals.
If you're looking for a hype squad, Immanuel Lutheran's your group.
Here we go. We got another one coming.
Nice ace there by Jackie Vaughn.
Oh, a little shoulder shimmy shake right there coming from it.
Tie ball game, 4-4.
This could be a good one.
Emmanuel erasing the early lead that Delta had.
And just like that, 5-4 service error. Next server heading back. It looks like we got number 2.
I don't know how you feel, Randy, as a volleyball coach, but service errors drive me insane.
I'm okay when you make a service error deep and out of bounds, but the ones in the net, those will drive a man crazy. Madeline with another little tip. She is a force in the front row. There you go, Doug. Out.
Griffin Knight there, out to number 3.
Going to the Hammer. Nice.
Number 3, Kate Maynor.
I tell you what, Kate Maynor is a solid little player. She does a little bit of everything. She can hit it, she can pass it, and she's just set a nice clean ball right there.
And for those of you that are familiar with Munciana volleyball, you know volleyball's in her blood too.
Yep. Nice little tip though, just missed there.
Sister Maggie has played at Munciana and is currently, if I remember right, the libero at Delta.
She is. And also, if you know the Maynor family, they are big-time football people. So sports are in their blood.
Big ace from Greer Henry there.
Miss Henry trying to make a run here, 6-all. This could be a good game today. I like where we're at. Battling back and forth. Not really sure what we're going to get here. Miss Henry back to serve again. Nice little serve.
Oh! Corner to corner on the out-of-system ball.
Oh, my. That is just a heads-up play right there.
You know, Coach Whitney over there loving it anytime you're winning a point off of a free ball. The hammer with an ace.
Madeline leading the troops. Front row, back row, it doesn't matter. She's ready to roll.
And keep in mind, when I say the hammer, I'm not talking about Jason Isaacs. I'm talking about Madeline Grove.
I like it. I like it. Nice little dug up. Miss Maynard in the middle of the court. Going to her partner in crime, Miss Rowan.
Another nice pass by Griffin Knight, the libero. A little bit of a sustained rally here. Let's see who can seize the initiative and win the point here.
Oh, great little roll shot by Miss Rowan to left back. Oh!
Walks it over.
And if there was a point Immanuel Lutheran needed, that might have been it right there. Big
swing
rally
by Emerson Johnson. Nice little roll shot to the middle of the court. Griffin Knight, libero for Delta, comes flying in to make the play. Misses it by maybe half of an inch.
I really like this little Griffin girl. Miss Knight is a solid little player. Little lack of communication there on the talk. Gets him in trouble. We got an 8-8 tie.
Emerson Johnson with the ace. She does it in the front row. She does it in the back row. You know, I think that's the thing you see at the 7th and 8th grade level. When you get to high school, you got more of a front row versus back row type of situation. These girls do it all.
Yes. That was kind of cool today, seeing Whitney Stewart, the Delta head coach of the varsity team, taking the middle school guys for the afternoon. She was really excited when I spoke to her this morning, just because it's the first time she's really got to be in the gym with them. So really cool. She's starting from the ground up on the program, and it's only going to lead for great things for Delta.
You know, it's not about coaching a team. It's about building a program.
No doubt. Immanuel Lutheran, as we talk, 2-point run, now up 10-8 from another
Johnson
service
on
ace.
their own little 3-point run here. Give Immanuel a 2-point lead.
Going back to the hype team, that might have been about the 4th or 5th different celebration I saw in this match already. They're bringing that home tonight. Nice little service run, though, from Immanuel Lutheran, number 16.
I think the toss got a little
Emerson
out in front of
Johnson.
her. She was chasing that one a bit. Maynard back to serve.
This is one of her tough parts of her game. She is a very, very consistent server. See if she can get a run going here. Nice little pop to the deep one. Shot by number 10 in the center of the court. D'ing it up. High fly ball.
Good job on the middle to wait on that high set.
Grove takes it over.
And a little bit. Oh, nice swing out of from the libero from Immanuel to get him out of what was a really tough situation.
Yeah.
Push to the outside. Madison Schrader with the roll. Delta looking to put the ball back
Oh,
over.
Rowan.
Good shot by Rowan there, but a great dig by the libero for Immanuel. Once again, another sustained rally.
Madison with a great Keith in the middle of the court with another kill. I really like the Lamass and Keith girl. Solid little athlete. Hits a good little top spin on her little float, on her attack, and she chops that one right in there for a kill. Number 5 heads back to the service line for Emerson.
Laura Roeder.
Yeah.
Number 11 for Delta back to serve, Marley Dowling.
Marley getting a little chant going here for her.
Little backspin serve there. Don't know if that was on purpose or not, but it gets the job done.
Griffin with a solid ball, going to number 2 on the outside. Nice little swing. Little roll shot. Trouble in paradise.
Nice deep free ball to get everything reset there, though.
Oh, that's a good cut. Over pass. Oh, it's still
Ooh.
up. Oh, my.
Couple nice plays from Immanuel there. Great swing on the outside and a great play by number 10, Madison Keith, who you mentioned earlier, to wipe away that overpass ball.
Oh, yeah. But a great little cut by Madison, like you were just talking about on the left side. Great little rip.
Little miscommunication from Delta on that ball. I heard it deep.
I will tell you what, though. I really like the scrappiness of this little Delta Eagles team. Timeout. Great timeout by Whitney Stewart to figure everything out. Get their feet underneath them a little bit here. 13-10. Immanuel Lutheran takes a nice little lead. Give me your thoughts if you're Whitney.
I think we're doing great things right now. I think we just need to communicate a little bit better. And if you know as a coach and I know as a coach, we're preaching that all the time, that you can never be communicating enough. Take, for example, that last serve. The only thing that was said was deep. Deep doesn't communicate anything. Are you passing it? Are you not passing it? Is deep out? Is deep in? What does that mean? I think better communication leads to better results for the Delta Eagles.
Yes. I agree with you. And that's probably the talk right there. Hopefully they come out and respond. Immanuel Lutheran getting hyped up out of the timeout.
Coming out of the timeout. Parent Hype Squad doing their job.
13-10.
Great serve there. Great serve by number 10, Madison Keith. Number 18, Abby Followell. She's got a little bit of pace on that ball.
Yeah. Nice little serving run right here for Immanuel Lutheran. Looking a lot like the 8th grade team for the Trojans earlier when the Newcastle squad took off an early run.
Making a little change here, taking Griffin Knight, the libero, out, let her catch her breath a little bit.
Yeah, get your head on straight and be ready to step out.
A little more miscommunication there. You got middle back and left back looking at each other, both of them expecting the other person to pass the ball. Griffin Knight right back in. 1 point off, get her head clear, come right back in.
Grove going to get a quick breather, gets a shot of water. She's got to be ready to come in and take over.
Now, Abby Followell doing a really good job of pushing him back and serve.
But here's the big thing. Just like the 8th grade state championship, great ball game until a big, massive run from the service line has been the difference. 17-10. Nice little ball played up. 23 going to number 11 in the middle. Griffin with a dig. Miss Maynard with a good ball to Rowan. Rolling with the roll shot in the middle, and that's going to score.
That might just be what Delta needs. They needed to get a Band-Aid, try to stop the bleeding a little bit, see if they can get back on the service line and serve themselves back in this game.
Sometimes you just got to plug the hole. You know what? You just can't let the boat sink.
Fake it till you make it almost.
Get you a cup and get that water out of there in a hurry, and you might be all right. And that's what they're doing. Miss Rowan.
Right on cue, Miss Rowan comes in. Ace.
Followed just right after a kill from her also. 2-point run by Miss Rowan. She's rolling. She's ready to roll. 17-12. Great serve again.
Serve. Pretty good dig from the Immanuel back row player.
Attacking air. Dictated once again by the service pressure. We got Cam and Mara on the sidelines here doing the linesman. Both Burris Owls.
We did have a bit of a change in the line judges here.
Yep.
Our old line judges had to get to a dance, from what I'm told.
And here we are. Still rolling. Nice little serve. And Johnny. 15-17.
Don't look now, but a 7-point lead is now a 2-point lead.
And just when you thought it might be broken open, we got ourselves a ball game. Oh, Cam all over that line. He saw that and he was right on it as soon as that happened. Sean with a good call there. 18-15. The run is over. Can they regroup after that? Nice little serve. Miss Grove back in the front row, ready to knock some rocks out of people.
Greer Henry with another kill. Said her name a few times in this broadcast already. The interesting thing about the Immanuel 7th grade team, very middle heavy. this game.
Oh, a little miscommunication there. Miss Maynard wasn't sure. She was supposed to be setting there, and now it is 20-15 just after. The Eagles soared back into that one. And now it's a 5-point game. Oh,
I think the confusion from the last point carries over to this point, and where Miss Maynard was ready to set that ball.
Yes.
We have another player jumping in her way. Miscontact the ball, points over. Timeout Delta trying to regroup here. They've shown that they can get back in this game.
They have. 21-15. Immanuel Lutheran separates once again. And hopefully they can keep it rolling is what the parents are thinking over there. I see them doing the
Immanuel
wave
Lutheran
now.
hitting the wave all of a sudden. Throwing it back to 1980.
Got a solid reffing crew.
You know, we've kind of joked about this hype squad, but if I'm a 7th grade girl playing in a volleyball state championship, this hype squad probably means a lot to me.
Especially when I'm winning. I'm up 21-15. I'm feeling the vibes. Oh. And just like that, number 17, Madison, sniping people right there.
And I think Immanuel might have about 36 different ace dances that they do.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of them. Number 12 enters the game for Delta. Comes rolling in. Miss Maynard kicks it up high to Miss Grove. Grove the hammer. Coming in. Trying to make something work. They're going to need some offense out of Madeline. There's the hammer.
You know, and I think that's just what the doctor ordered right there. One good pass, let you get it to your big hitter. Your big hitter puts the ball down. Now you've got Griffin Knight going back to the service line.
You got to love that hefty dose to that right arm right there. Bringing the heat, 22-16. They're going to need a few more. Griffin with a great little serve. Goes to the libero. Maynard calls. Middle back shot. Dug up. 16. Little roll shot. Got him.
Just over the outstretched hands of the libero, Griffin Knight. Give her 2 more years, she makes that play.
Or 2 more inches. Make that 24. 24-16. Set point. And here we are. Immanuel Lutheran going to try to bring it home here. Service up for the set. Up. And I will tell you, it doesn't matter what state finals you're in. High school, middle school. Heck, we have an elementary state finals. The Indiana state finals are decided by 2 skills. Can you serve it? Can you pass it? You know, the greatest evidence is Yorktown High School. Year in and year out, always contending. And I'll tell you right now, Immanuel Lutheran is doing what they do on a regular basis, serving it well and passing it well. Broke that one open. My question is, how does Delta respond now?
Well, I think the good thing for Coach Whitney here is that you can boil that game down to 2 service runs. Final score 25-16. Immanuel went on 2 separate service runs of multiple points. You take those runs out, it's a whole different ballgame. So I think the good thing about when you're in that huddle over there, you don't have to reinvent the wheel.
It's true.
You tell the girls to keep doing what they're doing, but increase your communication, increase your movement and serve receive. Try to get some better passes here, and I think we've got ourselves a completely different game if Delta can control first ball.
Yes. I would agree. We'll see what can happen here.
You know, we've seen what happens when Delta controls first ball. They go to Madeline Grove, the hammer. And anytime she was getting a swing, good things were happening.
Correct. Really what struggled was that big rotation where they had her in the back row and they couldn't get out of that early run, the service run. They get out of that a little quicker. Madeline Grove, if Delta wins this, is going to be your MVP. You know, if you look at Immanuel Lutheran, it could be numerous people as your go-to player.
I think you're getting a lot out of a bunch of different people. Greer Henry getting good swings out of the middle. Madison Keith getting good swings. Several different players going on. A couple different players going on great service runs. And I think that's if you're the Immanuel coach over there, you have a really easy huddle too, because you bring them over there and say, keep it up.
Yep.
It's a lot easier to coach when you can just say things like, keep it up.
Oh, yeah. Especially when you get 3 or 4 people that are bringing the heat. You're bringing the heat with 3 or 4 people. You know that if somebody does struggle in the second set, there's a possibility somebody else picks up that slack.
And Delta starting with the serve here. I think it's important for them to get off to a strong start.
I would agree. They got to come out and they got to serve the ball aggressively. Here it is. It's Griffin down the line, firing away. Love that little set there.
Ooh, number 11, Greer Henry, who
Miss Henry.
we have said
You've loved her
several times.
But
Goes
you know,
up, turns that ball down the line, back to setter side.
I was just about to say, that is a very difficult score on a consistent basis for middle school players to hit that ball down that line that way. Great start. Miss Maynard. Oh.
Might have been the wrong decision to go with hands there. You just don't have as much power to push that ball back over on that free ball.
Like you talk about, in a year or two, there's a possibility you can do that. But right now, middle school, let's take a whap at that. Let's see what happens. Let's put Immanuel Lutheran in a tough situation. Oh, my.
Great serve.
That is a serve. Madison has taken this ball game over from the service line the last 2 sets. I'm a big fan of her. She's doing a lot of good things. And what I like is she's just kind of calm, kind of cool, kind of collected. She's ready to get after it. Another serve here. Miss Rowland with a great pass. Going to Miss Maynard. Going to your girl. Grove with a rip.
Great dig, though, by number 5, Laura Rader. Yeah, and that dig, just making Delta play offense again is a win there off of that big swing by Madeline Grove. It was a huge swing.
100% correct. Great swing, but they dug that baby up and transitioned it well.
It's a little too much juice for Madison there. But like you said earlier, we live with those kind of service errors.
Yeah. You put it in the middle of the net, I could get frustrated. You put a ball out of bounds, there's a possibility that other team accidentally playing that ball. Here we are. Next serve, back to serve. There we go. Nice little pop by Delta. Emerson Johnson, another kill. Shock it up.
I don't care if it's 1st grade, 7th grade, 12th grade, college, 36 zone. A lot of balls go to die there.
Oh, man. Oh, it's a good little scrappy play.
Little tight on the set there. Also, you got a big block in front of you, so it's going to limit what you're going to try to do.
Yes,
Delta down here, 5-2, 2-5 for Delta. Need to go on just a little bit of a run, try to get back in this early. I don't think you want to let it slip away this early. Right on cue, Madeline Grove goes back, big serve. Gets Delta in a good spot to win this point. Another big serve there, pushing the setter back, getting a free ball out of it. Ooh, number 12, Paisley Rittenhouse, maybe going for just a little too much on the overpass ball there.
You know what, though? I would rather see a player being very aggressive on that ball than just letting that ball drop. So, I can once again, I can live with some mistakes if you're aggressive. But probably a better decision would have been to set that ball up like you talked about. There's my girl, number 10, getting after it, Madison Keith. She gets up. They set the middle consistent. They let her take a rip. Oh, my. Nice little kill there for Emerson Johnson.
Another turn, setter side down line off the outside swing.
Caught Miss Maynard off guard right there. And we got a timeout early, 7-3. Immanuel Lutheran broke it back open early in the first set.
You know, and kind of like what I was saying earlier, if you're Delta, you don't want to let this slip away early because I think there's a chance it could. You need to try to stabilize the ship right here. And I'm not saying you get all the way back in it, but you can't give up a 10-point lead, 11, 12-point lead here. You got to keep it close.
Yep.
Hoping that your run's coming.
Yep. And you're going to need to keep this game close, like you talked about, because if this baby's going to go 3, you better make a run here to keep this in the ball game. Coming out of the timeout here, you're going to need Delta to stick a pass here, and they've got to side out quickly. Can't play with fire here. This could be broken open quickly. Immanuel Lutheran's back out, ready to roll. Number 11 still back to serve. Miss Henry ready to bomb away. Waiting for the Delta squad to get back out there. The bad news is for Delta, though, Miss Grove in the back row here. They got a little bit of time before she gets back up into her area.
Good pass throw right to target.
It's a good cut. It's a good cut. Miss Rowland, not a bad little swing. Just
I think that's one of those situations where you're happy that she was aggressive.
Yep.
Hope she makes the adjustments on the next swing, gets the kill, and we'll go from there.
Nice little serve. Good hustle, Cam. Going to get that ball. Our linesman all over it. Number 11, Miss Henry, back to serve again. 2-point run since the timeout. 9-3. Go on after Miss Grove, up to Miss Manor. Gets to rolling. Little set in the net. Now 10-3.
You know, and the interesting thing on that one from Rowan Hines is it seems like the aggression disappeared. It looked like she was playing just to get it over.
That is very true. Oh,
little miscommunication, but Delta does get the ball back over the net. Nice play by Maynard there, waiting for that ball to come out of the net. That one just a little too tight.
Miss Laura goes over there and just a little set her dump, that 36. Just like we were talking about. Sometimes where the ball goes to die.
Big serve from Greer Henry. After that serve, I'm willing to say that she does a little bit of everything for this team.
I would agree. Looking for a double-digit lead here. Miss Maynard kicks it up high to roll.
Nice pass from Griffin Knight.
Oh, lack of communication.
Miscommunication on the set there.
It's kind of a tough ball, but I'd rather see both of those guys preaching about going to get the ball, and neither. They both were kind of standing there waiting for the other one to let the other person know they were taking it. 10-point game, 13-3. Make it 14-3. Miss Henry has taken this ball game over.
You know, and this is what I told you that Delta just didn't want. You can, as a coach, you can live with a 3-4-point lead hoping that your run's coming. 11's a whole nother story.
Well, just like you talked about, 7-3 was the last time out. It's now 14-3. High fly ball. Miss Grove going after it. Miss Maynard hustling, but just too far out of system and too far out of play. 15-3.
Coach Whitney just telling everybody to relax. You know,
like
just take a big breath and play.
I always tell our guys, when you're in a situation like this, sometimes you're in a little funk. Sometimes you just got to wiggle your toes and take a big deep breath because sometimes it's all you can eat.
Second timeout from Delta there. We're at 16-3.
All right, 16-3.
You know, and I think if I'm Coach Whitney in the huddle, I'm stressing right now that there's no point that gets us 13 points at once.
If so, that would be awesome.
I mean, I'd take it. There's been several games where I wish I could call a 13-point play, but I'm stressing. We got to do this one at a time. Maybe
at one point, the big three, that basketball thing where they got a 4-point shot. Maybe one day we'll see this in the volleyball world, but right now, everything's worth one. So
if we got to come out, we got to stick this first pass because it starts with that first point. And then we go score another one, and we'll see where we're at.
Then it's 16-16.
Let's see where we're at. But I think coming out of this timeout, this next ball is pretty important.
Miss Grove still stuck it right back, hoping to get her way back around to the front row at some point. High fly ball. Miss Grove to Miss Maynard. Miss Maynard rolling in the middle. Dug up. Oh, there she is. There she is.
Number 10, Madison Keith.
Old roll shot McGee taking after her. Hitting that 36. She scores again in that 36 area.
And I think she might have just flexed at her bench.
You know what? I'm cool with that kind of it. Team's been hyped up all night. She's throwing up a little bit of flex, and I'm okay with that. Great serve down the line. Great little serve.
Greer Henry absolutely painting the line on that serve.
Painting the line. Mara Perry had to dodge out of the way to get away from that ball. It's coming right at her. And here we are, 18-3. After that first set, I would have not seen this coming. 18-3. Immanuel Lutheran looking well in control. Service error. Can that be the point that helps the Eagles fly back into this one?
If I'm Greer Henry's teammates and she misses that serve, I'm going to go back there and tell her how great of a job she did, because after a run like that, I'm going to live with that error.
Oh, heck yeah. I'm buying her a Snicker bar from the old concessions after this game. Nice little setup. Somebody take a whap. There it is. Oh, really the first mistake Madison Keith made in the middle of the court. And I'm going to take that because she's up. She's aggressive on the block. It just trickles through her hands.
Number 8, Madison Utzler, goes up there and gets a kill. Trying to spark her team.
Yep, number 3 going back for the service line.
Another nice deep serve. Rips through the hands.
Miss Maynard. You got to like that. That's what they're going to need.
Here we go. One at a time, trying to chip away.
If there's anybody that you want back there at the service line, might be Miss Maynard to get you back in this ball game. 18-6. She's a good little server. Can she put on a show here? Gotta love that one.
Ooh, paints the line.
She hit that to the warning track.
Great serve, though. Great
That would have knocked up some dust in a baseball field right there. 18-7. Delta 4.0 run here. Oh.
You know, I look at Coach Whitney after that service error there, and I see her clapping, encouraging her team, because you got to be happy with that 4-point run.
You do. You know, and if they could have limited a couple mistakes earlier, maybe that's not a bigger deal at this point. 19-7. Miss Grove sticks it up high to Miss Maynard. Maynard in the middle of the court, kicks it up to the left. Oh, ball down the line. Might have been out of bounds. But Immanuel Lutheran touches it.
You know what I always say? It's not out of bounds once somebody touches it.
Point Eagles. Number 12 will enter the game here. We'll see what happens. Here we are, 19-8.
Delta probably like another little 4-point run here, maybe a little bit more. See if they can't close this gap a little bit more here. Great pass there.
Going to Madison Keith in the middle. Dug up Miss Maynard.
Great swing from Madison Keith. Great dig from the libero.
A little backspin.
Oh. Pushes that free ball deep, steals the point.
And we're at the magic number of 20. 20-8. Here we are, 5 points away from an Immanuel Lutheran state title in the 7th grade state finals. Here we go. What is going to happen? Service line. Great little serve by Laura. Oh, there it is. Service ace.
Laura with a great serve.
Laura.
You know, the movement, just enough movement on that ball at the end.
21-8. That had a little bit of a knuckleball feel to it. That stuck the libero and took off on her.
Is he trying to say she's the Tim Wakefield of Immanuel Lutheran?
The bad news is most of our listeners might not know who Tim Wakefield is. I would love to say that.
2 great serves put him at 22. I'm sure that Laura would love to close the game out right here, get her trophy, get her medal, and get on home.
Let's see if she can do it. 22-8, trying to seal the deal. 3 points away from a state title. Ball is up. Ball is down. Service ace.
Now the bench getting in on the ace dance, singing a little song there.
You got to celebrate like it's 1999. 23-8. Another little serve. Dropping in.
Drops it right in the setter's hands. But I think Miss Maynard wasn't quite ready to pass that ball.
She did not look like it at that point. Middle was coming across, kind of got in her way. She was a little lost and confused right there. 24-8. We're talking about championship point.
Laura going to see if she can close this ball out. And I like this. Look at that. During the substitution, she runs a phantom ball against the wall to make sure she's ready to serve this next one.
Got a couple subs in there. Looks like we got Madison comes in for Delta. And nice little serve there. Number 10 also came into this game, Ava. And that's your ball game, 20.
And that'll do it.
5-8. Immanuel Lutheran wins it 2-0. Immanuel Lutheran's 7th grade team is your state champions. Congrats to both teams. Both teams played hard. You really got to like both those squads. Immanuel Lutheran walks out of today with an 8th grade state runner-up and a 7th grade state championship. Your thoughts, John?
Great learning experience for that Delta team. As I told you, several of them are 6th graders playing up in the 7th grade state championship game. So a great learning experience for them. Immanuel Lutheran, way to dig deep, make the right plays at the right time, serve aggressively, and walk out of here with some hardware. You said 2nd place for 8th grade, 1st place for 7th grade. It's going to be a nice bus ride home for them.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. And you really got to love Whitney, like I said, coach from Delta, coming in, working with the young guys of her program that's only going to build for down the road when she gets older. A lot of good things for those guys coming forward and a lot of good little players. I think Madeline Grove is going to be a player to watch down the road. I think we could hear that name on a regular basis when it comes to the high school season when she gets there.
I think future's bright for both teams.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. Well, thank you for listening in. Had a blast with John as usual in the state finals, and thank you for tuning in. We'll see you guys next year. Congrats to both teams.